Morning girls and boys, good morning parents, I hope you're all well. This is your Thursday phonics session. This is the Group B phonics video, so if you're in Group B, this is the one you need to be watching. And the first thing we're going to do is flick through our sounds. Now parents, if there's any sounds that your children are getting stuck on or they're not sure of, if you'd like to just make a little note and let us know on Tapestry or via email, then we can review those sounds in the upcoming weeks. So we're going to have a quick flick through this morning and see how well we're doing. Are we ready? V, y, woo, z, t, I, e, f, g, o, k, d, n, p, m, nk, ks, l, h, ng, k, a, ch, b, sh, qu, Well done, super if you got all those right. Now the sound we're going to look at today is again one that some of you may already know, but we're just going to review them, make sure that you're really clear with them and that you can form them as well. So the sound we're looking at today is this sound. I wonder who can tell me what sound it is. It is the sound J. Well done if you said J, 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 J. And if we look at the picture, you can see it's the J, 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 Jack in the box. J, 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 Jack in the box. And he's on his spring, which is why he's bouncy. J, 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 Jack in the box. And how we write him is we go down his body, curl, and dot. Should we have a go all together with our fingers? We go down his body, curl, and dot. Let's do it again. Down his body, curl, and dot. One more time. Down his body, curl, and dot. Well done, super. J, 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 Jack in the box. Let's see if you can tell me which side is which. This is J, and this side is Jack in the box. Are we ready? J, Jack in the box. Jack in the box. J. Well done, super. I'm going to hide my J sound with my other sounds. And can you remember what you need to do if you spot him? You're going to point. Well done. Are we ready? See if you can spot J. See if you can be quicker, me or you. V, y, woo, z, t, I, e, J. Well done if you spotted J. Let's hide him again. Are we ready? F, g, o, J. Well done if you spotted him again. J. One last time. We're ready. K, J. Well done if you spotted him. J. Super. Now we're going to have a go at Fred talking some words with the J sound in them. So if you remember, it's my turn, then your turn. I'm going to see if we can Fred talk it and then blend it all together. So the first word we're going to look at with our J sound is J, A, M. J, A, M. J, A, M, jam. Well done. Your next one is jam a real word or a monster word? What do we think? Jam. It's a real word. Well done. Like you'd have jam on your toast. Your next one. Jet. 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 Well done. Jet. Now, is jet a real word or a monster word? What do we think? It's a real word, isn't it? Like a jumbo jet flying in the sky. Well done. And your last one, j-i-b. 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 Jib. Now, jib, is jib a real word or a monster word? It's a monster word, isn't it? Jib. Never heard of jib. Right, we're going to have a go now at reading some words with the j sound in them. So we normally use our green cards for this, wouldn't we? But I'm going to write them on my whiteboard and you're going to see if you can Fred talk them in your head or out loud and see if you can blend it, and then we'll have a go at doing it together and making sure that you got it correct. So we're going to have a go at this word first. Put my sound buttons on. What do we think that word says? Fred, talk it in your head or out loud if you're not sure, and then blend it all together. And what do you think you might get? Shall we have a go at doing it together? Let's Fred talk it first. J-u-g. And again, J-u-g. Shall we Fred talk it and blend it? J-u-g. Jug. Well done if you said straight away that was jug. Super work. And one more that we'll have a go at doing. You might already recognise this one. Put my sound buttons on. Fred, talk it first. Do it out loud if you're not sure. And blend it together. Should we have a go all together? J-et. Oh, let's Fred talk it again. J-et. Now let's Fred talk it and blend it. J-et. Jet. Well done. Super. Now this time what I'd like you to do is have a go yourself at either writing it down, or you can use your sound cards, which you've got, to form them, because usually you would use your magnetic boards at school. So the first word I want you to try and build with the j sound in is the word jam. So can you either have a go at making that with your cards or writing it on your piece of paper or your whiteboard? Jam. Think about how many sounds it has. Jam. Think about the first sound you can hear. And then what do you think the next sounds are? Jam. Jam. What's the first sound I can hear in jam? It should be j. So I'm going to write my j, my jack in the box. What was the next sound in jam? Jam. J. Ah. Well done if you said ah. And the last sound in jam. J. Ah. Well done if you said Jam. Super. I'm going to pop my sound buttons underneath. Jam. Well done if you spelt it or built it using Super. And we'll do one more. This time this word's not going to have the j sound in, so you have to think really carefully. Your word to try and build is tin. Tin. Like my baked beans come in a tin. If you want to pause and have a minute to build it or to spell it. Tin. Now, what do we think with the word tin? What sound does tin begin with? What's the first sound you can hear? Tin. I can hear the t sound. So we need to start with a t. What's the second sound you can hear in tin? T. I. Well done if you said I. T. I. And the last sound in tin. Tin. T. I. Well done if you said tin. My sound buttons. If yours looks like this, fantastic. Tin. Super work. Now we're going to practice 3 letters today for our letter formation and our handwriting. And your first one to practice is your sound of the day. And can you remember what our sound of the day is? Well done if you said J. So we're going to have a go at writing our jack in the box. Can you remember how it goes? We go down his body, curl, and dot for his head. Now I'm going to draw a line on my whiteboard. You can't see it very well. Just to show you where your j needs to be. So it's half on top of the line and it's half underneath. If we did it like this, it looks a bit like an I, doesn't it? So we don't want that. We want it to go underneath the line. So like a g, the tail goes underneath. So we're going down the Jack in the Box, curl, and dot for his head. Should we go one more time? That's not a very straight one that I've done, is it? Let's have a go at doing a much neater one. Down his back, curl, and dot for his head. J. Would you like to have a go at pausing the video now and writing J sound for me? Well done. Now your next sound we're going to practice is T. T. Can you remember the special thing about T? When we write him, he's got to be really tall. He's a tall T. So we start at the very top of my line. I think I'm going to draw these in, make it a bit easier. And start at the very top for a tall T. And we curl and across T. It's the tower. Can you remember? The tall tower. T. And we're going to do one more. And they're all sitting on the line. Would you like to have a go now at writing your T sound? And your last sound we're going to write is the K sound, and it's going to be the caterpillar. Can you remember how we draw the caterpillar? Round the caterpillar. Lovely and neat. We go round the caterpillar's body. And can you see I've tried to make sure mine are all the same size. I don't want one huge C because that would be a capital C. Capital K. We want a small K. Very neatly and very small K. Would you like to have a go at writing your K sound now? All right, and we're going to have a go at spelling 2 words today. One of them's going to have our sound of the day in, our J sound, and there's going to be a different word as well. So your J sound to try and spell is the word jog. 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 I went and I ran and I did a little jog. How many sounds can you hear in the word jog? Jog. Show me how many sounds you think there are. I found that there is 3 sounds in the word jog. What's the first sound we can hear? It's our J sound, isn't it? So we're going to put that on our first one. J. What's the next sound you can hear in jog? Jog. J. Oh, well done if you said oh. J. Oh. Jog. What's the last sound I can hear in jog? Jog. It's the G sound, isn't it? J. O. G. Can you do it as well? J. O. G. One more time. J. O. G. Jog. Would you like to have a go now at writing the word jog? Shall we see how well we've spelt it? Jog. Can you remember that first sound? It was the J sound, wasn't it? My Jack in the Box. J. And what came next? J. O. Well done if you said O. And the last sound in jog. J. O. G. Super. Jog. If you got all those sounds correct, you can give each sound a little tick. Well done. Jog. Again, parents, if you want to extend it and make them put it into a sentence, that's fine. You could say, the cat ran for a jog. Does that make sense? The cat went for a jog. A sentence with the word jog in would be lovely. And your last one, your word is going to be cat. Cat. How many sounds can you hear in the word cat? Cat. I can hear 3 sounds in the word cat. Well done if you said there was 3. What do you think the first sound in cat is? Cat. Well done. It's the k sound. Cat. What comes next? K. Ah. Well done if you said ah. K. Ah. Now the last sound in cat. Cat. What can you hear at the end? Cat. It's the t sound, isn't it? Well done. K. Ah. T. K. Ah. T. Let's blend it all together. K. Ah. T. Cat. Super. Now, which k do we think it is for cat? Do you want to pause the video and have a go at writing the word cat? Right, now let's think. Which k do we think it is for cat? It is the caterpillar. Well done if you pop that one down. K, the caterpillar for cat. What was the next sound we heard? K. Ah. Well done. Around the apple, down the leaf. Cat. That last sound. K. Ah. T. Well done, my tall t. Super. If you spelt cat this way, you can give yourself 3 ticks. Well done. Super. That's all your spellings done. And the last thing we're going to do is, dropped on the floor, we're going to have a quick flick through some of your red words. And can you remember that these are very tricky because we can't sound them out, can we? So the more we practice them, the more we see them, the more we'll be able to recognise what they say. So here's your first one. What does this one say? No. Well done. Your next one. Call. Well done. I call somebody on the phone. And this one. My. Well done. My. This one. The. And your last one. To. I went to the shops. Super. Fantastic. Well done. So that's your phonics for today finished with. Again, parents, there's lots of resources online you can use. I'll keep referring to them. The Ruth Miskin on YouTube, the Oxford Owl reading books online. Phonics Play is a fantastic website as well for lots of phonics games to practice. Okay, and I will see you for your next session.